Cancer, hello and welcome to your weekly reading for the week commencing the 23rd of March. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can do via the link in my bio. It's all donation based. So regardless of what you donate, you will always get a 30-minute reading with me. Now Cancer, I'm just looking at trying to peek into you. So we've got energy, dreams, trust and eternal love. Direct your energy towards what you want to achieve. Recognize that love is a constant eternal force. Trust the purpose in your journey and dream big and believe in the possibilities. There's something here I feel like you're being distracted because you're not focused on what it is you need to be focused on right now. So you need to trust the process though, because there's a lesson that needs to be learned throughout this journey, but there's some distraction coming in that may take you off your path, but it's meant to happen. It's meant to happen so that you can learn from it. With eternal love, it says to me that love is a constant eternal. Recognize that love is a constant eternal force. So, oh wow, look, you have new life. Beautiful card, Cancer. I love it. But like I said, there's something coming in here. Yeah, co-create that you're having to do. It's distracting you, but I think you need to learn how to work with others, how to use your wisdom and your knowledge and maybe apply the lessons that you've learned from the past into this new phase, because you've got new life and co-create. So I feel like you're having to do, there's something here about you doing something over again, but trusting that this time it's going to be different and not giving up on love, because recognizing that eternal love will always combat anything and everything. Okay, we have past life, so that learn from the way you've done things in the past and now kind of apply it, but in a good way where you only take the good bits and leave the bad bits. And we have message and home. Okay, let's find out what Mother Gaia wants to tell you right now. What message does Mother Gaia have for you? For Cancer, please, Source. Thank you. We have watering can. Asking for help and sharing burdens. Okay, and that's that co-create. Knowing that in order for you to co-create and do things, well, live a new life, it could be that you do need to depend on people a little bit more, sharing your burdens, telling them that you're overwhelmed, you're bogged down, and that you need assistance, you need help, because we've got message here with home. It could be that you need to send that message. It could also be because number 33 is the spiritual teacher, it's the guru. So again, I was thinking this is a lesson that needs to be learnt. And then I think you will become, they will course correct you. But for now, the lesson needs to be learnt. And then I think this new life comes in. But we will have a look. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. I do want to put past life first because it did come out. But message and home seemed to have come out together, which kind of tells me I do want to clarify this as well. So I'll put that over there, but I'm just going to put these aside, but I will put them in front of me so I can refer back to them as I do your reading. Now we will clarify with the tarot, and then I will use the after tarot deck to kind of see what happens after you make certain decisions or if you follow a certain course. Now this is not set in stone, Cancer. This tarot reading is here for you to decide to work with the energy and then manipulate it, alchemize it, change course, take the advice and see if maybe you could possibly divert a few of the things that are going to happen. Or if I advise you on how to achieve something, then I would make the most out of that and use it to your advantage. Now let's clarify what co-create is, please. Thank you. We have strength, which is courage, bravery, but also leading with compassion and silencing that critical voice of yours inside that's saying to you that you can't do this, but then again having the courage to ask for help, saying to people, I'm overwhelmed and I need a little bit of help. It doesn't mean that you're insecure, it doesn't mean that you're weak, it just means that I need help. We have the Nine of Swords to the King of Swords, and that's what I was feeling, with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone that has a lot of wisdom and has a lot of knowledge, but wisdom comes with experience and with age. So every time you learn a lesson, you store it in your mind and you tell yourself that, I'm going to implement what I've learned in order for me to move forward. I'm going to use my discernment. I'm going to be very factual about this. I'm going to be very logical about things. And I'm going to take that approach and move forward. But there's something here that you're extremely worried about, the Nine of Swords. You are anxious. It could be that you are stuck. You feel stuck. You feel like you're repeating things over and over again. But with the King of Swords there, it's like, hello, Cancer, have you learnt? Like, we've been here before. So it seems like this worry is obstructing you from moving on to your new life. Your new life should be built on something that's wiser. Your new life should be built on wisdom. You've experienced this before. You've lived this before. So whatever the energy that's coming towards you this week, you need to stop and you need to ask yourself, do I really want to go through this again? And maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what you're asking yourself this week with the Nine of Swords. Past life was filled with confusion, uncertainty, not being able to see clearly. And then I kind of feel you came into your confidence. You were like, do you know what? I'm going to see the truth for what it is, Ace of Swords, and I'm going to end this chapter. I'm going to close it out. I'm going to do what I need to do. Because I feel like you're doing things your way. You're not allowing anyone to dictate to you. You're bold, you're vivacious, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're confident, you look after yourself. You're not afraid to march to the beat of your own drum, and you're very much like, no more confusion, no more delusions. And I really don't feel like you're doing that anymore. Now you've got message here with the hang one, with the spiritual one. That's probably what they want me to tell you, that you are being elevated in your sleep. Four of Swords. So it could be for a lot of you, when you go to bed at night, you're beginning to get downloads. You're beginning to dream. You're beginning to see things. It could also be that, you might get a message whilst you're sleeping, and it's a message where the individual's asking you to respond quite quickly. But that with the hangman here, is like, just pause, wait, don't do anything irrational, don't decide, wait till the morning, think things through. There's something here that's stressing you out. The star has come up in reverse under home. Why is that? Why is the star coming in reverse? The Devil. Oh. You don't feel you're strong enough to resist temptation with whatever this is. What's the watering can? Asking for help and sharing burdens. I will clarify that for you. Five of Pentacles. For some of you, I don't know why I'm getting this. I kind of feel like you burnt your bridges here with individuals in your life, and now you're thinking, I can't go back and ask them because I said a few things that I shouldn't have said. But I say but because they're like, let's do one more. I say but if these people really cared about you, Cancer, it wouldn't matter. You can always reach out to them. You can always say to them, look, I need help. Yeah, you said a few things here that may have upset someone, or someone said a few things here and you decided, you know what, I'm I'm not going to do this with you anymore. It could be as well with the Hierophant that you are kind of stuck in your ways of thinking, in your beliefs, and you feel like you can do things on your own, you're independent. You're like, I can do it on my own. And I think that comes from the fact that this person or these people may not have always been there for you. They may have been a bit flighty, impulsive, wishy-washy energy, non-committal, in and out. So you're like, how do I go and ask this person now, or these people, when I feel like they're going to ostracize me? We've got the Three of Swords at the bottom with the Magician, and the King of Cups with the Hierophant to the Ten of Swords. And there's your home card. So this, you're waiting for your new life. You're like, when does my freedom come? When am I going to be able to feel free internally and just live a new life? So something here about you, Cancer. I feel a lot of you are kind of praying, asking, you're manifesting, you're just like, I just want this pain to end. When am I going to be able to stop being hurt, stop feeling taken advantage of, stop feeling like I've let myself down and I've let others down? Oh, Cancer. This is a bit tearful. I feel really emotional now. There is someone here though, King of Cups, could be Pisces, Scorpio, or you, Cancer, that is here. They're there for you. I just don't think you're reaching out because of how a situation ended. You've got the Lovers to the Ten of Swords. It's kind of like, I made a decision to end it, but it's like, how do I go back now? Because nobody wants to manifest heartache. So I feel for a lot of you, you're trying to forgive. You're manifesting forgiveness. You're kind of like, I just want to forgive others and forgive myself and move on with my life. I want to find a better place where I'm regulated, my emotions are stable, I'm not so in and out, I don't feel the highs, I don't feel the lows. And it's like, in that case, then you need to decide, you need to make a decision, and work in unity and kind of say, what's done is done. Let's just water under the bridge, let's move on. And that's a case of, you don't need to allow this person to come back to your life, but it is a case of you kind of saying, okay, well, we need to move on now, because we cannot, you cannot live in the moment of ifs, buts, maybes. It just doesn't work. Yeah, look, Four of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. You're holding on through loyalty, because Ten of Pentacles can be seen as loyalty as well, where you surround yourself with people that's loyal. You're holding on to this dynamic because of loyalty, when really you should be letting it go. You've got the Death card there with the Justice and the Tower and the Queen of Pentacles. You need to look after yourself here, Cancer. Look after yourself and let whatever needs to fall apart, because it wasn't built on strong foundations anyway. There wasn't a lot of loyalty there in the first place. Are they loyal to you? Justice, ask yourself that. Are they fair and balanced to you? Do they put your needs before theirs? So it's a case of easy come, easy go, right? There's no need for you to feel obligated to do this out of loyalty and out of faithfulness, because these aren't nice energies, if I'm being honest with you. Let's have a look and see what the After Tarot has to say, because there's something here about creating a world where you're able to have the courage to ask people for help, working together. But why is strength here? Why is strength here for Cancer? What is it they're having to be brave and courageous about? The Page of Pentacles, putting a plan in motion. You need to plan, okay? You need to make a plan on how to maybe, is it to approach, or is to accept the help, or is to ask for help? Or is it a lesson that's here, this needing to be learned, like learning how strong you are. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Cancer, if that's not a clear message, I don't know what is. The lesson here that needs to be learned is that you are really, really strong. You are a strong individual, but it's now time for you to lay those burdens down and start your new life. He's holding Ace of Wands and he's dropped 9 Wands. He's like, sod this. This isn't even my responsibility, so I'm not going to do it. It doesn't belong to me. So I'm going to care for myself because I know my worth and I know my value, and I'm going to drink from my own cup. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, this isn't set in stone. So if someone comes over to you and asks you for something because they think, oh, you know, Cancer will do it because they're reliable, they're strong, they're trustworthy, you know, the plan is we'll ask Cancer, co-create. Let's ask Cancer. The answer is right here for you. It's right there for you. Okay, that's why I like using the After Tarot, because it kind of gives you that what comes next, you know, and what's the advice. And the advice is drink from your own cup, know your worth, and lay your burdens down and let people be responsible for their own actions and their own duties, their own responsibilities. It does not belong to you. So why is my Cancerian so worried here? And what's the King of Cups doing here? What's the Nine of Swords and the King of Cups with new life, please? For Cancer, what would you like Cancer to know about this situation? Page of Swords, another lesson that needs to be learned here. It's like you know already. You've learned your lesson. There we go. Four of Cups, again, pouring out the disappointment. Like letting it go. This is, you have to let this go. Like you're wiser. You've been here before. That's what I kept hearing. You've been here before. So why are you even doing that? This is like, learn your lessons from before. 3 times in these cups he's been disappointed. And he's being offered a 4th cup. And this time he declines it. He's like, no, thank you. You've disappointed me too many times in the past, and I'm not going to set myself up for another disappointment. So you're very much like, no. I don't think I need to clarify this past life. Yeah, I do. Okay. Can we get one card here? Because I think you have just closed out. Yeah, look, Temperance. You've stopped trying to work on this. Okay, in the After Tarot deck, this card, the Temperance, he's pouring out the emotions in the chalice, and the other one, he's just setting the dove free. And the triangle, the unity, is no longer red. It's not filled with passion. It's not filled with fire. It's now filled with joy, peace, prosperity, and he's balanced himself out. He's found a nice balance. There's 2 daffodils there. One is big, one is small, and it's a clear sign of it doesn't matter. You don't need to have everything perfect. Life, it comes in waves. It's a roller coaster. Some days are going to be okay. Some days are not going to be okay. It's just like just taking the good with the bad and just realizing, do you know what? I've just got to work with what I have here. And I think you did realize that. That's why I didn't really want to clarify, but I'm glad that this came up here, because it's kind of like, I'm just going to do the best I can. And if the best isn't good enough for anyone, then that's not my problem. I know that I'm doing what's right by me here. Message with the 4 of Swords and the Hanged One, like taking time and pausing. I do get 2 messages on this. So can I get one message for those that are being spiritually enlightened and lifted? We have, wow, oh my goodness, Cancer. The Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. Right, I have to say this because this is a huge message for you. You have an innate ability to communicate with the man upstairs. So you need to take a good, hard, long look in the mirror and speak to yourself and say, I am that individual. I am that person. I'm ready for this. Whatever it is that you want to pass down onto me, I'm willing. I'm open to it. I will receive it. I will use my gifts in a responsible, ethical, mature way. And I will do so where I multiply them and I look after the mass. very, very heavy message there, okay? For those that are being told that they need to wait on the message and not respond, what is the advice for them, please? The moon. I don't like this. It is your energy, but in the After Tarot deck, the moon here, the lady has said, you know what, I'm finally going to slay my demons. Yeah, I'm going to walk the dark, knowing that after I walk the darkness of the moon's going to illuminate the path for me. I do have the courage to walk by it. Yes, I understand that. And I'm doing so knowing that I will reach the sun. You know, getting towards those pillars, moving towards those pillars, I will walk towards the sun. I'm not going to listen to the inner critics and the doubts and the fears and the things that are hidden and lurking in the dark. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm going to be brave here. I'm going to be courageous, and I'm going to walk the dark. But it's also being careful of people that are around you. So there's a point here where you need to wait, take a minute and really, really think things through. Do you want to respond to this individual? Is this a lesson that you're willing to go over again? Energetically as well, is it a lesson that you want to repeat? But this card, the After Tarot deck with the moon, it's a huge warning for you to be very, very wary of the people that surround you. They may not have good intentions for you. Their intentions are not pure. Their intentions are clouded. There's a lot of secrets around these individuals. So please do be careful, Cancer. Okay. Now I want to put this over here because I really want to work on this message, because I don't really like this, because it feels like for some of you, the way you feel inside, home can be your inside. It could be the vessel. So we are soulful beings, and we are in our bodies. It's not the other way around. We are not in our, we don't have a soul and this is the body. We are the soul and we are in a body. Do you know what I mean? So for some of you, that feeling is like you've lost hope and you don't think you're strong enough to control the temptations or the fears or the restrictions. So I want to see what this is. King of Swords. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Knight of Wands. There's just one card I want to get out here. Can you further explain what the Star and the Devil is, please? Because I don't think this is your energy, Cancer. I really don't. Three of Swords, the Magician, the Eight of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. You will overcome this, okay? You will overcome this, but right now you're not looking after yourself. There's some of you here, you're just not looking after yourself. The Empress has come up in reverse, and that tells me that in order for you to overcome this, okay, so what I'm seeing on the card here, with either this addiction, restriction, temptation, where you feel like you've given into temptation, you're acting from a place where you're hurt, you're acting from a place where you're wounded. So it's like you need to work on your self-value and your self-worth. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Empress in reverse. For some of you, it could be a mother energy that's quite smothering, someone that's in your space, in your home environment, where like you want to actively work on the relationship with your mum, and you're like, we're going to give it a go, but she's still smothering you and you don't know how to articulate this emotion, and you're keeping it in, Star to the Devil, it's like there's no hope anyway. Why should I express this? So I feel like you've just given in. You've kind of said it is what it is and there's no way out. But the After Tarot deck is saying here to you that sooner or later they're going to get caught out, where they're going to see how impulsive that they're behaving, how irrational they're behaving, how flighty they're behaving. What you need to focus on here is working on your self-worth. King of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles is like, you need to lay your sword down and stop fighting this, because sometimes the only thing you can do, Cancer, is say to yourself, this is just not worth the headache. I need to do things differently. I need to change my expectations. I need to make sure that I am just focusing on me, because this individual, I don't think is going to change. If you're expecting for them to change, I don't think there's any change or growth here. I think they are heavily stuck in their way, and I don't think it's going to change, Cancer. I really don't, unfortunately. I wish it was something different, but I think that you need to change. I think your expectations are a little bit too high out from this as well. You're expecting too much from someone that cannot give you what you want. I just don't think it's in their knowledge to do so. It's not within them. This is that saying that Albert Einstein says, you cannot judge a fish's ability on climbing a tree. It's not in their capability, so you just kind of have to be at peace with things, and it is what it is. In some cases you cannot do anything. Okay. Watering can, I want to find out and see what this is, and then we'll close the reading because I've yapped forever. Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Hierophant, and Nine of Wands. What is this? The Emperor. Could be a father figure. To the Eight of... Oh. And what's the solution? See the bigger picture. Okay. I think you said, like I said, you said a few things here that were a little bit hurtful. Okay, yeah. Oh God, the Devil's at the bottom of the deck here as well. To the Justice, to the Six of Wands, the Star, and the Magician. What are you trying to create? There's something here about you trying to create something. Are you trying to create confidence and courage to overcome something? So I feel like you're trying to pluck up courage to overcome something here, something that's been attached to you for a long time. And you're like, but the universe is not going to be able to help you, Cancer. There's only so much the universe can do. You have to pluck up the courage physically to do this. I feel like you're asking the universe, like, I can't do this. I need you to do this. And some cases, yeah, Archangel Michael will step in and do this for you. But in other cases, it's a lesson that needs to be learned by you to stand up for yourself and to defend yourself. And I feel like there could be some words that are energetically being thrown around from someone that's very, very strong here. Energetically, they carry a very masculine, strong energy of, I also want to say kind of manipulation, because the Magician to the Devil, it tells me that there's some kind of illusion, or wishful thinking here. The Star to the Magician and the Knight of Swords, but it's, if you are creating something, you're creating it from a place where it's like, dude, come on, why is it taking so long? I need this to be done today. And it's not going to be very successful. But whatever this watering can, this helping that you need to do, the help that you need to ask, but it seems like it could be from authoritative figures, someone high up, someone in leadership, someone that's very strong. And I think you just need to shoot your shot here, Cancer. Just shoot your shot and put it out there, Because what's the worst that can happen, right? If you think you're going to be ostracized, and you think they're going to cut you off, they weren't for you in the first place, because that's not how eternal love behaves. Recognize that love is a constant eternal force. Okay, that's not how love is supposed to be. So are you not better off without these individuals? Because the Three of Wands to the Five of Cups to the Nine of Swords tells me that you're just waiting for another disappointment. You're like, I'm waiting for them to reject me. But with the Nine of Swords here, and you had it here, it's you finally slaying your dragons, you finally getting over this and finally saying, I'm just going to have to do it. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and do it here and see where it takes me. Yeah? Cancer, please. Your reading has gone on long today. Make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in the situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own journey and your own joy. You deserve it. That's what I have for you, Cancer. If you did like this video and any of it resonated with you, please click like and subscribe so I can build my channel and get stronger and do more videos for you guys. Take care.